Hello guys. So it's been a while since I vlogged. And the last time you heard from me, that was Tuesday or something of last week. So it's almost been a full week since I vlogged. As you knew, on Thursday of last week, I was going to be finding out whether or not I got into UBC, to the midwifery program. And I was going to record my reaction. Brandon stayed home that day. He wasn't feeling well and limping all over the place because of his leg, so he decided to stay home. And so I just kind of literally sat at my computer all morning and waited. And then I started to see the people on the page that I'm on for the midwifery program say, "Oh, I got in." And so I was like really starting, like the nerves were starting to set in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to find out pretty soon. And then I saw my email box light up. And if you know anything about this, my journey so far with this is if you get an email and no phone call, that's a bad sign. So needless to say, I did not get into the program. I was very, 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 very upset. I had a good hour where I just cried and cried because it's not like not winning a contest, you know, it's not like that. Yep. So it's not like that. It's pretty much, you know, you go through this every year. First of all, the process starts with getting your prerequisite courses and your 24 post-secondary courses if you don't have any. So I got all that done. I became a doula. I started attending births, and most of them were volunteer births. And then, of course, you apply, and I applied last year. So I applied last year, and I didn't even get the interview. So I knew that was not going to happen. I kind of had it coming. If there's not, I think there's probably a better way to say that, but whatever. Anyway, so this year I applied. I was a lot more confident, sort of. I had more volunteer experience. My personal statement was much better written. I was more confident in it, and I still was like, I don't know if I'm going to get an interview, and I ended up getting an interview, which was amazing. And then you go and you have to wait for this interview and can't eat the morning of and whatever, and then you get to this interview and it's nerve-wracking, and you're just mentally and physically exhausted after. And then you have to wait to find out whether or not you got in. And that wait is also grueling. So the fact that I got to the interviews and went through all of that and then didn't get in was almost more heartbreaking, but at the same time promising, because I got further than I did the year before. But needless to say, I was extremely upset for about an hour. And then I started to come out of this life sucks, thing that I was in for an hour. And I started to see the good things about not getting in this year. Maybe I'm just not ready. Maybe Aubrey's not ready. Maybe, in October this year, I'm going to be happy that I didn't get in. I maybe couldn't picture myself going to school with the way Aubrey will be, or, Kaylee with preschool and all that stuff. So, it sucks, majorly. It really, really does suck. So I'm not gonna lie about that. I was very upset. I did not film my reaction. I was definitely gonna film it if it was a good reaction, but because it wasn't, and because I was just so upset, and I had no care in the world about YouTube at that moment, I didn't film it. So anyway, so that's really crappy news. What? Yes, that's yours, Kaylee. You made that book at school.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, so, it just means I'll have to reapply next year. I'm going to go in and talk to one of the people that are basically the guy who knows everything about the program. I'm going to go talk to him and see what I can do to improve my application next year, and maybe improve my my interview skills and things like that. So I mean, I had no idea. I didn't know either way. I was really, really hoping I would get in, but of course I was, you know. So, you know, I'll do some more volunteering. I might get a few courses going next year just to pick up my GPA a little bit more. I may I may do a specific breastfeeding course that you actually do during the UBC when you're in the program, but you can do it before, and then you get one thing out of the way. So it sucks, but that's okay. Life goes on, and I think that this whole process was actually part of the reason why I wasn't vlogging and I wasn't into it, because my mind was just not here. It was somewhere else. So also this week Aubrey had croup and she was sick, and she's okay now. But now I'm finally ready to start vlogging again, and just shake it off and keep going. No, you didn't, honey. It's on the shelf. Anyway, so it's tough, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to get through it, figure out what I can improve on, and then hopefully next year, hopefully third time's the charm. But yeah, so it's tough, but it's not that I wasn't capable or I wasn't smart enough or I wasn't, you know, good enough for this program. It's just that they simply don't have enough seats. If they had 40 seats, I would have been in, but this program only has 20 seats and it used to only be 10. So so today pretty much I think I'm just going to do this one take. I'm just waiting for Emery to be done school, and then we're going to go get him. But that's really my feelings on this whole process and what's happened, and it's frustrating and I'm disappointed for sure, but there's not much I can do about it. So that's just the way it is. And I'll get in. I'll be a midwife one day, and I'm not worried about that. Also, we are going to be going to Vlogger Fair again this year. Definitely. It's on August 22nd. So we will definitely be going to that for sure. It'll probably be just me, Brandon, and Aubrey. I'm gonna leave the older two at home just because it's less to worry about. Less snacks to bring and stuff. So anyway, we're gonna have a good time. So we're going to Vlogger Fair. Definitely, that's for sure. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's really what happened this week. Nothing extremely exciting. Some very disappointing news. And I'm still trying to I say I'm okay, but at the same time, every once in a while, I get this pang of just sadness that I didn't get in, and it's hard. And I haven't cried about it since that hour after it happened. So, you know, I've been really good. I've been better than I was last year, but I think last year I had postpartum depression and, you know, everything else that was going on. So really, it's going to be okay, and I'll get in, and I know I'm good enough for it. So I'll get in. It will be something that will happen, and you guys are going to follow along with this journey again next year. And I hope that you're rooting for me, because if I do get in, I'm thinking about doing another channel that's like the Diary of a Midwifery Student. Brandon's like, if you have time, but I'll figure it out. We'll do some sort of schedule or something. But yeah, so that's real life. It's the struggles, but we're okay. And yeah, so that's really it. That's all I gotta say. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully there's a full vlog tomorrow. We have moms and tots. So yeah, okay. I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.